where nothing is as it seems. So few things live up to the hype. You know, we heard it was going to be Gruden and AB and everything, and I see one trailer. I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah. He gave that speech, the John Gruden speech, not about dreams, man, about nightmares. You got to end people's dreams. That's the speech that Gruden was born to deliver. Yeah. Like, I wish this was 50 episodes.
They have their fan fest today for season ticket holders out in Napa, and I know like the celebrity fans are going to be there. Like, there's a lot of excitement for the Raiders right now, more than I could imagine in the last decade, probably.
Wow, can't wait for this. It's going to be a good one.
It'll be on HBO, and it's coming very soon. So soon, there's football tonight, actually. Broncos and Falcons. That is at 8 Eastern on NBC. We'll have all your highlights, and NFL Network has you covered all day long on ITC leading into that game in Canton, Ohio. And Will Selva's now in the newsroom in Culver City with more on every big headline shaken on a Thursday.
Absolutely, Kay and fellas, we know the big headlines are coming out of Dallas. We know the Cowboys have some big decisions to make. Dak Prescott, Amari Cooper, and Zeke Elliott are all looking for new contracts. But team executive Stephen Jones says Dallas can't afford to break the bank on any of the big three.
We've got three really good football players that we're dealing with here, and they've got very good representation, and you know, they want to see the market, and we can't push the issue unless we want to be a market setter, and we're damn sure not going to be a market setter.
Meanwhile, linebacker Khalil Mack entering his 6th season in the NFL and 2nd with the Bears. But to hear him speak, time is running out for him and the Bears. Mack says the time is now for himself and Chicago's title chances.
You're running out of time, man. There's not that much time, man. C. Wood used to say, I keep referring back to C. Wood and Justin Tuck, man, all these older dudes, because they kind of let us know, man, at an early point in my career. It's like, man, we ain't got no time to waste, man. We trying to win. You know what I mean? We old, man. We trying to win. And so that's the same thing, same mindset. You run out of time.
You're feeling
so
you got to win.
Kicking? Absolutely. You got to win. You got to win now.
Speaking of time running out, it may be running out for this poor guy who was tasked with holding a blocking pad with Mack coming right at him at Bears practice. He's at least 2 more guys helping him hold that pad, or at least I hope he's getting hazard pay for trying to slow Mack's pass rush down. Not going to happen right there. Down he goes. It reminds me a little bit of Linval Joseph when he steamrolled the audio guy who had the parabolic mic that we dissected on this program, many a show, I might recall. But, I mean, that guy had zero chance with Mack coming at him. None.
Assistant coach 101, hold the bag by the actual handles, and you get your body behind it, and you crouch up like an earthquake is coming. You don't look. He's holding like a pillow, like he's in a pillow fight.
I blame Khalil. What are you doing?
Doesn't matter how he's holding it.
Come on, Khalil.
You know what it is? Will, if you're still there, you would understand this. The great Rex Chapman will tweet this under his block or charge question.
Charge.
What is your ruling? Jack Neese in Culver City. What do you think? Block or charge?
Jack Neese.
I think that is a charge of the highest order, is what I think. I mean, yeah, right?
Dick Bavetta has with the call. Nice.
Yeah, Dick Bavetta.
Great job,
Dick Bavetta had wheels. He'd run up and down that court.
Sprinting.
Great call by you, Will Selva. Appreciate the update on everything and showing us that awesome video. In that soundbite, what I love that I heard from Khalil Mack and from really other players on the Bears this entire offseason and through training camp is that they're very much expecting to win now. They understand that they are a Super Bowl contender, and they want to be even greater than this 85 team. No easy task, but I like hearing Khalil Mack and his self-awareness that now is the time. They're loaded, and I'm not saying that they can't win a Super Bowl in the next several years, but once you have to give that huge bag of money to Mitch Trubisky or figure out your quarterback situation, it's not going to be that easy because you will not be able to keep everyone that you have right now. So they understand that it's almost now or never go time in 2019.
Yeah, the way that I assessed each season when I played was I would look back at the last year and I would be completely honest with myself. How good were we? Were we close to the playoffs? Were we contenders? Were we Super Bowl contenders? And then I would take that momentum into the next season and then talk to my team accordingly. Now, as a fan being removed from the game, that's how I look at teams. If I look at you last year and I say to myself, okay, at one point did I think you were one of the best teams in the NFL? Then yes, it is Super Bowl or bust. In Chicago last year, there was a moment where
after the
everything started to click. It was like defense, offense, energy, club dub in the locker room after the games. Of course, yes. If you're looking at last year and where they are now, it should be Super Bowl or bust.
100%. Hey, guys, last year, the Bears had 0 players on the NFL Top 100. This year, they have 4, and they're all defensive players. So, Kay brought this up. The Bears' greatest weapon right now is Mr. Trubisky's contract. Look in the NFC North. Cousins, Stafford, Rodgers all make all the money in the world. Those guys, you start showing up in top 100 lists, you start wanting to get paid, you start wanting to leave. It's turnkey. It's now.
Which is the most important piece because you mentioned Cousins, Stafford, and Rodgers.
Look out.
Those are really good quarterbacks. I would not put Mitch Trubisky in that conversation yet. Is he good enough to get this team over the hump and across the finish line and through the playoffs? Like, the expectations are Super Bowl, okay? So is he better than Drew Brees and Jared Goff in a big game?
He's going to win an NFC championship game?
That guy's going to beat Drew Brees in the Superdome? Maybe.
I like what I saw from him in a big situation, second half of that game against the Eagles. If he can build on that, if that's the guy I'm going to battle with against
they
the
put up
rest of the
13
guys in the NFC,
points in a home game?
I know.
And here's the thing. If we're talking about their defense being as good as the 85 Bears, maybe Mitch Trubisky doesn't need to beat Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the defense that plays so well, and they do will their team into a Super Bowl. Like that's.
They can carry you far. They can't carry you to a Super Bowl championship. At one point, Mitch Trubisky's going to have to beat Russell Wilson, Drew Brees, all these dogs. He's
going to have to be a better quarterback than the better quarterbacks.
Yes, at some point. It's going to come down to him. That's the question of the season, if not the era.
French word, pivotal.
Pivotal.
Pivotal. All right. We are hopping around.
One guy.
It's pivotable.
Shut up, Nate.
We're hopping around from training camps to training camps. Let's take a look at where we'll be today. Of course, we'll be out with the LA Rams. They're scrimmaging with the LA Chargers. Also, this guy.
Oh, no. Oh, is that Pelissero? Whoa.
Yeah, this is a live look at Florham Park. It's not 10 Pelissero. It is, in fact, Le'Veon Bell. We'll hear more from Mike Garafolo and Brian Baldinger on what's going on out there with their second-year quarterback, Sam Darnold and Adam Gase. Chemistry is really important for this squad, so we're going to get to that.
There's 14.
There's 14, and Le'Veon Bell, he looks big and fast and strong, and most importantly, he looks lean.
We'll be checking with him all day. ITC Live kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern right after Good Morning Football. We will also go and talk to another second-year quarterback in Buffalo. That's right, Josh Allen found himself on Peter Schrager's breakout players